In today's video, I'll talk about the Keurig K-Express, and honestly, why it's pretty much the ultimate budget-friendly daily coffee solution out there right now. If you're hunting for a compact, dead simple coffee maker that pumps out a consistently great cup without hogging your counter space or emptying your wallet, well, you're in exactly the right place.
So, here's our game plan for today. 1. Meet the Keurig K-Express. 2. The reusable pod upgrade. 3. Removing the plastic taste. 4. Descaling and routine care. And finally, number 5, resurrecting a dead Keurig.
All right, let's jump straight into part 1. Meet the Keurig K-Express.
You know, this machine really punches way above its weight class. For a sub-$100 price tag, you're getting a massive 42-ounce removable reservoir. It's got this strong brew button that actually slows down the extraction process to really amp up the body and flavor of the coffee. Plus, you get a blistering sub-90-second brew time from a completely cold start, all hitting that optimal 160-degree water temperature. That's pretty impressive.
And to put that into perspective, this is a massive leap forward from the entry-level Keurig K-Mini. If you've ever used a K-Mini, you know it needs these slow, kind of messy manual water refills for every single cup you want to make. But with the K-Express, that 42-ounce removable reservoir handles 4 to 5 cups between fill-ups. You literally just leave it plugged in, and it is always ready to go.
The whole name of the game here is convenience and versatility. The standard model gives you 3 sizes, 8, 10, and 12 ounces. Now there's also the Walmart Essentials model, which swaps those out for 6, 8, and 10 ounces. But no matter which one you grab, the design is super travel mug friendly. You just slide out the drip tray and boom, you can comfortably fit a standard 7-inch tall travel mug right under the spout for your morning commute.
Moving right along to part 2, the reusable pod upgrade.
Here's where things get really good. By ditching those standard disposable plastic pods, you're going to drastically slash your coffee budget. We're talking about dropping from roughly 50 cents a cup down to literal pennies. And, as a huge bonus, you're making a massive environmental impact by keeping all those spent, single-use plastics out of the landfill. Total win-win.
So looking at the top reusable filters out there, the official Keurig My K-Cup really offers the most versatile fit. It's our best overall pick, though you do have to keep track of a few moving parts. Now, if you want something that's practically indestructible and super budget-friendly, the iParts Plus More filter is a fantastic value, even with a slightly smaller capacity. Or hey, if you want to go all out, the gold-plated DIRO Max Brew is incredibly well built, though, yeah, it is the most expensive of the bunch.
But beyond just keeping cash in your pocket, the real magic here is unlocking the ability to brew freshly ground specialty coffees. You're completely freed from whatever happens to be prepackaged in the grocery store aisle. You can go out, grab some premium local roasts, and brew them absolutely perfectly right in your budget-friendly machine.
Okay, part 3, removing the plastic taste. If you get a weird plasticky taste right out of the box, the fix is just a super simple 3-step vinegar rinse. Step 1. Pour 2 cups of regular white vinegar right into the reservoir and fill the rest up with water. Step 2. Just keep running brew cycles without a pod until that tank is completely bone dry. And step 3. Fill the tank back up with fresh water and run multiple cycles to totally flush out any leftover vinegar. This completely strips away any of those factory residues and guarantees your very first actual cup of coffee tastes absolutely flawless.
Let's dive into part 4, descaling and routine care.
All right, so here are the daily habits you definitely need to adopt starting right now. First off, using filtered water is an absolute must. It prevents hard mineral scale from building up inside the plumbing. Also, never try to force the pod into the machine. Make sure you take out your used pods right after brewing so things don't get all sticky in there. Keep the exit needle clean with a paper clip, and seriously, never let the water reservoir run completely dry while the pump is actively going.
But you know, even with stellar habits, minerals are eventually going to build up. So watch out for these warning signs. If your machine starts brewing noticeably slower than that snappy sub-90-second benchmark, if it starts making these weird sputtering noises, or if it's only giving you a half cup of coffee, your machine is practically screaming for a deep descale. Oh, and obviously, keep an eye out for that blinking descale light. Now, there's actually a very specific, precise sequence you have to follow to activate the hidden descale mode. You can't just run vinegar through it normally and expect the light to turn off. Here's the trick. With the machine plugged in but completely powered off, press and hold the 6-ounce and 10-ounce buttons together for about 3 seconds until they start flashing. Then press the 8-ounce button to brew your descaling solution until the Add Water light pops on. Finally, you've got to rinse it by continuously brewing fresh water until the machine senses it's clean and that pesky descale notification finally turns off.
And that brings us to part 5, resurrecting a dead Keurig. Listen, before you even think about tossing a dead machine in the trash, you need to know this. Oftentimes, a completely dead K-Express hasn't actually fried its electronics. Instead, there's a hidden safety thermostat inside that is simply tripped to prevent overheating. This usually kicks in if the machine accidentally runs dry or gets a bit too hot during a descaling cycle.
The fix for this is honestly remarkably simple. Step 1, unplug the machine, flip it upside down, and take out the 2 Phillips screws on the bottom. Step 2, carefully pry and pop off that back plastic cover so you can see the internal plumbing and wires. Step 3, look right in the center for a tiny internal thermostat reset button. Push that in until you feel a click, pop the cover back on, plug it in, and boom, you've instantly brought your coffee maker back to life. Just make sure you run a fresh water rinse right away so the pump doesn't run dry again.
I want to end this video with a quick thought on real value. Think about it. If a sub-$100 machine can reliably last 5 to 8 years and brew your favorite freshly ground specialty coffee for mere pennies a cup, isn't a simple 20-minute quarterly maintenance routine totally worth the effort? With just a little bit of know-how and care, you can literally transform this budget brewer into a premium, lifelong daily companion. Thanks so much for watching, and enjoy your next cup.